These sixes hold up. Oh my god, no. No. Oh dear. Well, I think that's the final table. Let me just double check it for you people. I'm sure it is what we're talking about. I just want to check the lobby there, so I hit the wrong button. Just, yeah, who was it that went out there? Real Joker Poker in 10th place, mate. So, unlucky there. So, let's say well done to the top 10 for getting here. Although I have to say, I'm gobsmacked at some of the cards and some of the play. Chip up 66, well done. B1Z, well done. Catman, Oldurfa, Jocks going all in here with Jacks v Aces. What are you doing? You're having a laugh. Oh, for God's sake, that is just sick. This game's making me barf tonight, man. This just makes me barf. This is just, bingo. Bingo. That's all this is. That is just sick. Well, Odufa, Jocksrama, Judd, V1, Pocket Trays, Lion Heath, Chip U. Well, Pocket Trays there, popping V1. And let's just look at that last sick hand here, people. I mean, look at this. Jacks 8-4, it's trash, but you can see what he's doing. He's on the button. He's trying for a he limps. Well, that's even worse, actually. I thought he raised. Sorry, I missed that. He limps. This is just cack. Call. Raises here. And Jocks calls that off. That's horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. God, I'm sorry, man. I'm not deliberately trying to be critical here. I just makes me wrench. The flop comes down 9-7-2. What's this? Bets full pot of 18,000, and in he goes with Jacks and a gut shot. Oh my word! Let's just see how badly. I mean, that's just awful. So just showing you this, people. V1 versus Jocks. That hand again, pre-flop. Aces, one part suited. Jacks, one part suited. It's a pile of cack. He's limped on the button, which is awful in the first place. He then gets raised and he calls it off. It's 68.7 to 31.2. He is a super dog. Super dog. But the flop, what's this? On the flop, it gets worse. Look at that. The ace is 71.2. The Jacks, 28.7. And in he goes for his tournament life. Just play this back. The thing is, he can get away from it with 22,000. He can run away. But N goes V1 and Jocks with a gut shot as a redraw backup goes in with Jacks. Horrendous. And V1, super sick. He's a 71.2% favourite and loses that. It's just embarrassing, man. It just frustrates me to watch some of this play. It's just oh. Well, here we go. Pocket Trays raising. Catman repops. So Pocket Trays is only 5,000, less than 5,000 to call. Has to call that. So we got a, I think it was a little limp from early position by Oldufa. Raise all in here. If you've got a pair of Pocket Trays and you call that, you're crazy if you haven't got aces. Oh, double suits and he calls. That's just sick. That's just a sick call. That's just pure gambling. I put one of those guys on bullets. Let's just watch this again. Limp under the gun. I thought that was a mini raise, actually. I missed that, sorry. So limp under the gun by Oldurfa. Gets raised. When Catman goes all in and Oldurfa shoves, he's got about 20,000 to call off. But he's probably looking at the odds here. But the thing is, if he's facing aces or kings, then he's really up against it. His double suit is irrelevant. Well, it's not really irrelevant, but it makes it a lot harder because an ace or a king on the flop gubs him. He's chasing draws, you know, flush draws. So it's a big gamble, but he's got the stack to do it, and that's how he can get away with it. So with obviously Catman going for it with, let's be quite frank, a pants hand, and double suited here, club's no good, but the spades are 9, 10, Jack, ace. And look at this. How can this hand win against these two? If you think about it, look at that. 8, 9, 10, jack. So guy's flopped the straight. He's flopped the straight and you got a nut flush draw. How can pocket trays win on the flop? As I said, this guy's run super hot. He's played some indifferent hands. There's some stuff he's played which is just pure crap, I have to be honest. But he's running so hot. And when you lucks in, you lucks in. And like I say, you cannot win tournaments unless you're lucky. Well, in this case, pocket trays has been so lucky tonight. It's frightening. And I'm not being rude. It's just the facts. Just to show you what I mean, look at this hand. On that flop, I'm thinking, how can he win? How can he win with what he's facing against those other two hands? The other two hands are 44.8, 45.4, and look at pocket trays, 9.6. Bookies would give you a fortune on that flop for him to win that hand. Unbelievable. 9.6% against those two hands. And look at that. Boomf, boomf. Unreal. I'm gobsmacked at how hot this guy and how well he's running. I thought it was a very speculative call pre-flop anyway. That's a big punt by Odufa there. You tell him, don't tell me he's cracked it again. No, I was going to say, I nearly cacked myself there. 9% on the flop. That's just laughable. Well, here he is here, 152, and he's made a mistake versus B1ZZ. Remember, B1ZZ, no Muppet. Raising here. Pocket trace calls him off. The flop is a super nasty flush. It's check, bet, oh, raise. There we go, we're all in. And I mean, this is rubbish. You don't need to play that hand. 10, jack, king, 2. It's a pants hand. It's really poor. The 2 destroys it. Forget the fact that the king's suited. I mean, I'm looking at pre-flop here. On the flop, he's flopped the second nut flush. He's going for it, obviously. But there you go. Look at this hand. B1ZZ, top hand. Nut flush. Gets paid off by pocket trays. But look at this. Where is he? We got a raise out in the country, and pocket trays is calling that. Why are you calling that hand? It's an awful hand. I think the big stack's just gone to his head. I think, I'm not being rude, I'm just being, you know, he's got away with murder tonight, and he's playing that from the big blind when he doesn't have to. And he's just doubled up B1ZZ. Silly move, giving this guy chips. Well, I normally pick 2 here. I'm not picking pocket trays, even though he's running like a god, and he's got the big stack. I ain't picking him. 2 people that I think know what they're doing, and are decent players, is B1ZZ. I'm picking him, and I'm picking V1 here, who I've actually kept a wee eye on, and he seems to know what he's doing. Those are the 2 that seem to be playing the best poker from what I've seen so far. As for the rest, well, you've seen what Jocks does, you've seen what Pocket Trez does. Really haven't seen much of Lionheart or Chip You. And Judd, I can't make a comment, to be honest. So, good luck, people. I'm exhausted, man. It's just after 11:30 here, and I'm just shattered looking at some of these hands tonight. I can't believe it, man. It's like bingo. It is. It's just like bingo. Well, look at that for a nasty flop. 9,000 in the middle, 2 diamonds, big fat juicy ace. But it's the construction of the board, nasty. 3 people in it. Well, there's hearts and now diamonds. Who's going to bet out here? 4.5. Well, that wasn't enough to take it down. Jocks, they all called that bet. Well, the 3's a neutral card, isn't it? Unless somebody's ridiculously holding 2-5. But even then, King, Queen. It's like King, Queen, 10, Queen. You're having a laugh. I meant Queen 10, sorry. Right, got flush draw here, not flush draw on the flop. Top 2 pair. Why didn't you bet out? You got redraws there. Check, check. Bet, call. Okay. Check, check, check. Oh, check in there. Fearful of the Queen 10. Well, I didn't like V1's call there on that flop, but just the bare ace. The bare ace and all. Pretty rank, but speculative. Well, not too impressed with V1's play there. Chip, you here betting 12,000.